on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
It's time to do some serious eating on this island. We've been on Turks and Caicos now for a little while, but we need to eat more food.
Yeah, we are in Providenciales. We've been eating some really great food, and it's time to actually show you some of the great dishes they have here, because the food is pretty amazing. For those of you that are familiar with our channel and used to watching our food videos, you know that we often go out and seek a whole bunch of very, very local type foods. It's all about the dish rather than the destination. Today is gonna be, I think, a little bit different. There's really, really good food here, and there are certain dishes that we should try, but in general, it's gonna be a little bit more about the destination and the types of restaurants they have here.
Now, they might be wondering why we're just in a random parking lot. The thing is, it's not quite random, is it?
It's not, we're headed over there.
Yeah, there's something really cool over there. The first stop today is a place called Cocovan, and take a look at this. This is an Airstream here. So cool. The space is absolutely gorgeous, and look at the food we got. 2 different kinds of tacos and some mac and cheese balls. Yes, mac and cheese balls. But this taco over here is a mahi fried taco on a flour tortilla, and this one is a Peking duck, which is something we've not had in a very, very long time.
I'm gonna start here with one of these mac and cheese balls. I mean, who doesn't love mac and cheese? And then deep fry it, and it doesn't really get any better than that. Take a look inside. Oh yeah, it's like some herbs and stuff going on in there. It also comes with a dipping sauce. On the menu it just said it comes with truffle oil, but this looks more like a aioli of some sort. Let's try it. So crispy on the outside. Like, did you hear that crunch when I bit into it? Soft and, how do you say, mushy on the inside, but the way mac and cheese should be. I love that there are some little herbs in there, so it adds a little bit of flavoring. Not quite sure what's going on with the aioli, but it's like kind of citrusy. Very flavorful, but not spicy.
There's certainly no shortages of tacos on this island, and I went for fried mahi. As I already said, the cool thing is they come in sets of 2s, and we asked to get 1 mahi and 1 of the Peking ducks, which is great because we're eating a lot of food today. We have to pace ourselves, but on this guy we got tomatoes. I see green onions. I think there's pineapple on there. Whew. And yeah, it smells delicious. Let's do it. That is what I call a perfect Caribbean taco. I think it's the pineapples that help with that. Such a nice contrast with the green onions, and oh, that fish. I don't know if you can see the inside of that. The fish is fried perfectly, very fresh, probably caught today.
Well, that taco sounded absolutely amazing. I can't wait to try this one, which is Peking duck. I'm trying to remember if I've ever had a duck taco, and it's also been a very, very long time that I've even had Peking duck. We've actually tried it before in Beijing many years ago, and it's so amazing when you have it very, very authentically. Let's see how this one is. So the meat is probably thigh or dark meat, not a breast anyway. Got green onions and I think just some hoisin sauce, so it's relatively simple.
The question is it good?
Oh yeah, that's definitely really delicious. Really the prominent flavor that you're gonna taste here is that hoisin sauce. If you guys have never had it before, it's obviously like Asian inspired. It's very, very sweet, but also has that kind of soy sauce flavor to it. I don't even know what you call that. A little bit salty, but not really. The green onions add a little bit of flavor and crunch to it. It's definitely fun to eat, and I agree with Trevor on the flour tortilla. I think when I'm eating like authentic Mexican tacos, I want to stick with corn, but when I'm having other like more interesting tacos, flour is kind of best. We want to take a minute and thank Koho for sponsoring this week's video. So what is Koho? It's a no-fees spending and savings account for Canadians.
Here's what we like about Coho. They are on an absolute mission to make the financial system more transparent and intuitive, and because of that, that means we all get to save more money. So we are, of course, full-time travelers, and because of that, a lot of people think we just have loads of money, but I can assure you that's not the case at all. You have to be kind of smart about your money. So on the macro level, we rent out our condo while we're traveling. We also own a tiny house, and we've just learned you have to have multiple income streams.
And you have to think about things on the smaller scale as well. It's not just about the big picture, like how much money are you spending on account fees every month? By switching over to Koho and saving those fees each month, you're actually saving hundreds of dollars per year that you can put towards travel or something else that you're saving for.
All right, let's talk about cashback. That's right, there are some perks. Of course, they're perks or we wouldn't even be talking about this. With a normal account, you get 0.5% on everything, and with a premium account, you get 2%.
But with Coho partners, you actually get 6% cash back, and if you have a premium account, you get an additional 2% on top of that.
Let's talk about their partners for a moment, shall we? Yes, they have partners in Booking.com and many others, but Booking.com happens to be one of them, and we happen to be travelers, and we travel all the time.
Yeah, we use Booking.com to book a lot of our accommodations, so that's a huge perk for us.
Oh, such a perk. You can also get up to 2% cash back with Coho Premium on dining and eating out.
And guess what? That's not just in Canada, that's when you're traveling abroad as well. So not only do you get a physical card with Coho, but you get access to their really amazing app, which allows you to budget and save. So if you're saving for something in particular, like maybe an upcoming trip or just something else, you basically just set your goal and then your target date.
So you contribute what you can today, and then the app will automatically figure out the rest on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. It's pretty awesome, honestly. Coho makes saving for travel and while you travel so easy. We just wish we knew about it sooner. It's great. Now, we're gonna have a code right here on the bottom of the screen. You will get $20 when you make a purchase of $5 or more.
And you're gonna find the link to sign up for Coho in the description below the video. Also, we wanna say a huge thank you to Coho for sponsoring this video and supporting creators like us.
All right, now back to the vlog. We've come over to the next location, and as you can see, it's in a parking lot. It is right next to a gas station, and now that we're here, I believe it's only takeout, huh?
Yeah, I think it is only takeout. And as we've talked about in other videos, and I'm sure you noticed in the last place, food here does not come cheap.
No.
But this place is very, very inexpensive, and it comes highly recommended for fried chicken by both locals and tourists. So this is the $5 combo. That is taxes in, so it's straight up $5. You get 3 pieces of chicken, a handful of french fries, we got some hot sauce, and ketchup with it that you just poured out of a big bottle, but they kind of mix together, so we're gonna have maybe some spicy ketchup to go with it. Smells good, looks really good. It's nice and crispy on the outside. Funny, the first thing I kind of tasted was the oil, and I thought maybe there's not a whole lot of flavor to what they make up the batter with, but afterwards the aftertaste is spicy. I don't know if I accidentally got hot sauce on there, but I don't think so. So there must be like some cayenne pepper or something like that in the batter. And I was about to say that we just spent 8 months in the Dominican Republic where they do fried chicken so well that I thought this wasn't gonna hold up to all the great fried chicken we had there, but this is really, really good.
It's kind of funny, we're just standing here next to the side of the building because there's nowhere to sit. Got the fried chicken, and it's got me a little bit excited. There's nothing better than fried chicken in hot tropical weather. Am I right? Let's go for it. There is a nice zing to that, and it comes at the end. I've never had fried chicken that does that. How do they do that? How do they do that, you guys? It is really good. Nice, crispy, chicken's fresh. Gonna recommend this place mainly because of the price itself. $5 for all this food. I don't think you're gonna possibly get a better deal on this whole island because this island is expensive. You guys probably heard us say this before, but this place is not. This place is very affordable. All right, next up we're on the hunt to go taste some craft beer, and we think we found the place, but this wasn't easy, huh? It's like
It wasn't. It was on the map, but there's actually a gate that is locked that you need to get through. So we thought we were in like the wrong place, like the warehouse or something, but we are in fact in the right place, and the security guard opened the gate for us.
It's loud here.
Yeah, there's airplanes.
Yeah, like check it out. Well, we made our way in here, and they let us right back into the brewery area, and you can see just exactly how they make the beer. I always forget how much of an operation it is to do so. So all this does is make me want to try the beer. Can't wait to try it out.
So we are here in the tap room. You can actually come and do tours as well. I think they do a couple a day, but we just timed it wrong with all the eating that we're doing today. So this beer you can find all over the island. It's basically like their domestic beer, but it is craft beer too. I love that. If you guys don't know, we happen to love craft beer. We've done many, many tours, visited so many breweries back home in Nova Scotia and around the world. Here on the island, there's about 4 different beers that you find generally in most of the restaurants, but here in the tap room, they have about 10 different ones that you can try. So we went for a few different ones that we haven't had yet.
The first beer I'm gonna go for here is the Weiss. I'm so stoked. I'm just still so stoked that there's craft beer on this island. Being from Canada and Nova Scotia, like Anna said, we're used to this kind of thing. We were in the Caribbean before Turks for like 8 months, and it was hard to get this stuff. So let's quickly try this out. I love the color of this is like banana flavors. It's that typical kind of German Weiss, always so good. But the one I'm dying to try, honestly, is the IPA. I can't even tell you the last time I had an IPA. How exciting is there like good IPAs on Turks and Caicos? Totally different in color, huh? Nice and hoppy. I forget the percentage on this one, but it is so good. It's still very, very refreshing.
One thing I highly recommend that you do when you're traveling is visit an actual tasting room, because yes, you can go try the beer in the different restaurants, but here you get to try so many different types and in a flight, so just in little tiny portions. Another thing I'm also impressed with here is their list of beers. Sometimes when you're in hot climates and you go to tasting rooms, they have like all like really heavy beers like stouts and porters, which I'm not a big fan of in general. I don't really like dark beers, but especially in hot weather, I just want light and refreshing beers. Everything here is pretty low in percentage and generally pretty light.
All right, our next stop and final stop of the day is, no, it's not this beautiful ocean behind us. I wish we were going swimming right now, maybe later, but we got more food to eat.
We do, and we are at a place that is very, very, very famous. It's probably, I guess, an institution here on the island. It's called the Conch Shack.
The Conch Shack, the Conch Shack. Well, how about this setting right here on the beach in the most adorable little spot called the Conch Shack. The water is crystal clear and we have a lemonade in hand. We got some delicious food on the way as well. I can't wait to eat. The cool thing is we're actually in the sand right now. Like our feet are in the sand, just like it was in Cabarete in the Dominican Republic. Well, I'm told when you're coming to the Conch Shack, you gotta order conch fritters. So that's what I did. I went ahead and got these crispy little, kind of like they're in the shape of balls. Now, here's the weird thing about this. We ended up filming out of order, so this is not the first time I've ever tried this. The next video is going to have that. It just came down to our limitations on time. But if you don't know what these are, they're like basically like a giant sea snail. Ugh. I mean, that sounds so gross to me. But I do have some yummy sauce. It looks like a chipotle, so I'm just gonna dip it in and see what these are all about. You ready? All right, these are good. Now, just so you guys know, I'm not a huge kind of shellfish seafood eater, so it always takes me a minute to kind of figure out like if I like this or not. I love how it's crispy, golden, and the inside of this is very good as well. The thing is about conch is it has that kind of poppiness, like if you're eating like shrimp or something like that, you bite down and then later on it kind of like pops in your mouth. So sometimes I'm not a big fan of that, but I don't actually taste like the sea in here. It's not very fishy. It's actually pretty good. Funny thing, I asked if it was, the portion was like a kind of a small size because I'm the only one eating these today. And they're like, oh yeah, it's tiny. Here it is. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, crazy, 6 of these things, and they're like giant meatballs basically, but they are good.
Well, I told you guys we might have more tacos today, and I was not lying. I mean, this is sort of a taco. That's what they say on the menu. They're called Pepajoy chicken tacos. They actually come deconstructed, so in that way I guess it sort of feels a little bit more like a fajita, and it looks like a fajita as well. So Pepajoy is apparently a hot sauce that comes directly from here in Turks and Caicos. It's made here. I don't know if you can even buy it anywhere else. Not quite sure what type of peppers or anything go into that, but it's a hot sauce, so hopefully there's a little bit of spice to it. Smells really good, I can tell you that. So I've just put one of these together. It's now ready to eat. I also added some coleslaw. I don't know if that's the way you should do it, but that's the way I'm doing it. There's also some rice and peas on this plate as well. Maybe you could add that to the taco, but that seems kind of weird. So I'm just gonna eat that on its own. But let's try this. So there's definitely lots of flavor going on. It is very, very peppery, very, very salty, a little oily, and maybe a little like tomatoey. Definitely not spicy though. I'm not getting any fire or any heat from this. I'd actually maybe add some extra from that jar just because I might add some little extra. It could definitely be spicier.
They told us it was going to be spicy though, didn't they?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's spicy at all. So I just added actually a whole bunch of the jarred Pepajoy sauce just to give it a try, see if it adds a little kick to it. Oh yeah, that actually makes the world of difference. It definitely has a kick to it. Nothing too crazy. If you don't like spicy, you won't want to add any of that on there. But if you're looking for like a super kick, like burn your mouth off, it's not that either. It's a really nice, nicely balanced hot sauce. I really like it. A little bit of sweetness to it, lots of flavor. It's a little bit different than most hot sauces that I've tried before. I'd be interested to know what's in it, but this is definitely add the pepper joy if you like hot. So rice and peas is a very, very typical dish that you're gonna find on Turks and Caicos, and I think in a lot of different Caribbean islands. When we were in the Dominican Republic, it was rice and beans. I think the peas that they use here are more similar to like a lentil or a bean rather than like a green pea that you think of. Let's try it. It's a good way to finish off.
I guess it's one of those like really typical dishes here as well. It seems to come with everything, I think.
Really good. One of those like staple dishes that you have to have here. It will be extra good with some of that hot sauce on it.
It's kind of cool because you can see all these kind of conch shells.
Yeah, you guys, there's
right
actually
here.
a huge pile of them. I thought it was rocks, but they're actually all conch shells right here. And I just found this one here on the beach. You can see on the inside, it's all pink and pretty. See why I feel like people often have these on display in their houses and on their shelves and stuff like that.
Well, I think it's safe to say we're absolutely full now, and this was the proper way, I think, to end this video, coming to the Conch Shack.
Yeah, it's a very, very famous place here. We can see why. I think they also have like some nights with live music and loads of people, but we came a little earlier in the day to skip the big crowd.
It's cool. I like that the tables are in the sand. You can obviously go swimming here. This water is so turquoise.
It's so beautiful.
As everywhere is in Turks and Caicos. But guys, if you got this far in the video, it's Trevor and Anna. We're the Delightful Travelers. Thank you for watching. If you're not new, it's great to see you guys again. Leave us a comment, share the video. It all helps us out. But for now, we might go take a nap, huh?
Yeah, I think we might need a little nap by the pool, maybe.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
All right, guys, that's it.
From Turks and Caicos, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.